right, we are on our way. We got to go to the post office and mail some letters. And we are going to check the mileage between my house and the Family Dollar and my house and the Dollar Tree. Because since they've raised their prices, I think it really doesn't matter where I shop at. And there is a Family Dollar just right up the road from me. I think it's probably even closer than the Dollar Tree. That's why I'm going to measure it. You know, the distance, and then see how it is. And if it is, that'll be where I do my shopping. Okay, we got a neighbor pulling out. Start it from the beginning of the trip, which it's starting right now. So here we go. And to also clarify it, I'm going to count the blocks. I'm going to count this as a half block, so we're going to count. Yes, we go. And of course, Jade is singing to me. This will be counted as block 1. And this will be counted as block 2. Ouch. It's a pretty day today. Sun shining. Temperature is 53 degrees. 2 blocks. I don't want to forget how many blocks. I estimated 5 at the house. I'm seeing if I'm correct. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. So it's 8 blocks. And it is 0.5 miles. 8 blocks, 0.5 miles from my house to the Family Dollar. And now we're going to go on down to the post office so I can mail these letters. That's right, we're just going to go for this day to get here. Tomorrow being January 1st. And then in 2 days, I have my dental appointment. A lot of things going on during the month of February. Lots. There's a lot of new businesses downtown. They've cleaned up a lot of the old buildings, remodeled them, updated them, tore out a bunch of stuff, put new plumbing and sheetrock and stuff in them. There's a lot of new businesses. So one of these days when I got more time, I need to come up here and walk up and down and check it out, see what kind of goodies we've got in stores. Okay, so we're now at the post office. And we're going to park right over here. This looks like a good place to park to me. what I need to do is, oh, I thought I had it on that side. Quit so I can talk, Jade. I am a very patient person. I will stand in line for the longest time for something I want, waiting to be checked out or whatever. But I have my limits, just like everybody. I mean, I don't get mad and be a Karen or nothing like that, but I do have my limits. So I was at the post office and I mailed my letters, and then I walked up to the window to get my stamps. And the guy come up there. I said, I need the stamps. And he pulled the drawer out to get the stamps. And one of the other employees walks up and says, do you think you need these checks? And she holds them out to him, and he takes them, and he looks at him, and he said, well, I don't know. And she laughs, and she said, you're probably going to need them. He stops waiting on me and walks over to a table and starts counting the checks and looking at them before he finishes the transaction with me. Now, am I wrong, or am I right to feel like that was extremely rude to treat me that way? I mean, he could have laid them down and said, I'll check them in just a minute, and then waited on me. But he didn't. He stopped what he was doing with me and then proceeded with her, which I found not good customer service. Not good customer service. Okay, so now I'm going to, Jade, get back over there. Let's see what you did. You got yourself in a spot, didn't you? She thinks she's got to bark at every person that comes out. Okay, I'm fixing to go down the road. Ooh, there's a really neat old car coming up here. Just a minute. Pretty neat looking old car. Looks like an old Mercury or something. When it goes by, y'all be able to see it here. Here it comes. Right there. Oh, you don't. Y'all didn't get a very good look at it. But it's like an old Mercury or something. It's really neat. Okay. Now we will get out on the road as soon as the traffic thins out a little bit, where I can pull out. One more car and I'll be able to go. I like to make sure it's completely safe before I pull out. Yes, okay. Now I'm going to go down here. I don't think this is the right one. So I was going to go down here to the bottom of the hill. It might be. To the pawn shop. They've got a box set in there that I want. And I went through my DVDs and got enough out to trade for it. So I'm just going to go in there and see if they still got it on the shelf. If nobody else has taken it. And I'm going to take my DVDs in and swap for it. And then I'll go back to the house and recalculate my mileage so I can go to the Dollar Tree and see how many miles it takes to go there. All right, here we are at the pawn shop. All right, Jade, I'm just going to run in here for a little bit, so I guess you'll get to stay out here and bark at people. Well, y'all, that was definitely worth the trip in the pawn shop. I was going in there to get a box set of a TV series called Monk. And this place trades 2 for 1, so I wasn't going to pay anything. I was just trading some DVDs that I no longer want. Well, of course, when I got in there, somebody had already snatched up the Monk. But they had a bunch of the box sets from the TV series ER, which is one of my favorite TV series. And plus, I'm collecting it, and I've been having a hard time finding the box sets because it's so old. Well, they had a whole bunch of them in there, probably the complete set. So I ended up taking the ones that I had to trade for the Monk, plus a few more extra that I had in the back of my car, and swapping them, and got my ER DVD. So I am very happy. So now we're going to go to the house. That was worth the trip. That definitely worth. I'm glad I came today, because if I had waited till like Wednesday, which was when I usually do all my shopping, somebody else probably would have got those. A lot of people get them though and watch them and then bring them back. I usually keep mine because I like to watch them over and over. If something happens and I buy a DVD that's not to my liking, that's not interesting or boring or whatever, then I put it in a little bag and set it aside. And I'll wait till I get about, 30 or 40 of them. And then I come up here and see what they've got, and I swap them 2 for 1. This way, what I'm doing, I'm eliminating DVDs that I'm not going to watch anyway. Plus, I'm downsizing my collection so that I'm taking up less space in my house, which is what I've been trying to do for the last 3 years since I moved into that house. I've sold a lot of stuff, and I'm still selling stuff. And as I come across something that I haven't used in a while, get rid of it. I really need to buckle down and try to go through my clothes, but I find that so hard to do because I'm such a pack rat, hoarder, whatever you want to call, keeper, that I see it in there and I think, well, I better hang on to it. I might want to wear it. And I might not wear it but once in a blue moon, but I just can't bring myself to donate it or sell it or whatever. I've got a whole bunch of leggings in there that I hardly wear at all anymore. I used to wear them all the time when I was working because they're lightweight, they're cool, they're stretchy, you can bend, you can move around in them, they're comfortable, and they were inexpensive. They didn't cost as much as a pair of blue jeans. Plus, they didn't have the zipper that you had to fuss with when you want to go to the bathroom, which is a very big problem for me. Finding, pulling that zipper down when I need to go to the potty. So I had leggings, and I really, really need to get rid of a bunch of those. But I will just have to pray real hard that the Lord will impress upon me that I don't need all that stuff, and that will give me more space. And my closets are so crap full of stuff. I mean, crammed from wall to wall. Both closets. One closet I keep all my good clothes in, my church clothes and going out clothes and stuff. And then the other closet I kept my work clothes in, which was basically t-shirts and leggings. There's a few blue jeans in there too. But I really need to go through that stuff. And I need to do the same thing with my shoes. I do have this rule in my house that anytime I buy something like that new and bring it in, I have to take something out. So like when I buy a t-shirt, I have to go through my t-shirts and get out one that I don't wear as much and get rid of it. And usually what I do when I get rid of it, I don't actually just throw it away or donate it or sell it. I'll save it and use it to cut up and make a quilt out of, because I've been making t-shirt quilts. So that's something I need to force upon myself to do. But right now, the first place I'm going to stop up here at this little convenience store and go in there for a minute before I go to the house because I got to pick up something. I don't want to go to Walmart or the Dollar Tree. Come on, people. Y'all are moving out. And these people are all moving out when it's my turn. Anyway, as I was trying to say, I needed what was it I was going to get in there? Oh, a razor. And I don't want to go to the Dollar Tree and stop and go in, which I really think I will. I think I will. I'm going to be there at the Dollar Tree anyway because I'm going up there to count my mileage. So I'm not going to go in here. I'd probably have to pay $3 for it in here. I can get it for half that at the Dollar Tree if they've raised their prices to $1.50, like my friend told me. People keep telling me that that's not true, that it's not $1.50, it's $1.25. She said $1.50, and I figured she had been in there and shopped, so she'd know. But my sister said her granddaughter went in there and she only paid $1.25. So my friend might have been mistaken. I don't know. She might have been thinking of something else. So what I'm going to do is go back to my house and erase my mileage so I can start off fresh. And turn it to 0. That whole trip that I just made was only 2.8 miles. All right, we are ready to mileage out the Dollar Tree. Back on the road again. This might seem silly to y'all, but I have to really watch what I do as far as finances. And if I'm going to have to pay $1.50 for something at the Dollar Tree that I can get for $1.50 at the Family Dollar, and it's closer in mileage, less wear on my car, less gas, then I'm going to drive to Family Dollar and get it there. I mean, same price. It's just going to save me a little bit in time and travel. So that's what I'm doing. So that was 1 block, 2 block. I'm going to count this as 3 blocks, 4 blocks, 5 blocks, 6 blocks, 7 blocks, 8 blocks, 9 blocks. See, we've already went more blocks than we would to the Family Dollar. So that right there tells me something. I think it was what, was it 9 blocks to the Family Dollar? I don't know. That's why I'm making this video. So when I get to the house, I can look at it and write this stuff down so I'll know. 9 blocks. When I'm talking like I'm talking to you guys right now, it's hard for me to keep track of what's going on. So 9 blocks is what I've went so far, and my mileage right now is 0.5. And I think 0.5 is exactly what it was for the Family Dollar, if I'm remembering correctly. Okay, the light is green. We're fixing to go. 9 blocks. Ten blocks. 11 blocks. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. 22. See, I've already went way lots more than I did for the Family Dollar. Okay. And it's 1.3 miles. I'm seeing on the door right there that it's $1.25. So I don't know how she was coming up with $1.50. Because I told her when I said that $1.25, and she said no. Okay, I'm going to run in here and get my razors. Okay, I got what I went in there for and a little bit more. You know how it is when you go to the Dollar Tree. You got to walk up and down more than one aisle, and you always see other stuff that you weren't thinking about, which I did. It's not a whole lot. I might do a small haul, show you guys what I got. But anyway, we're fixing to head to the house. My friend was wrong. It's not $1.50. It's only $1.25. I'm glad I got that established so that now whenever I do my shopping on Wednesday and compare prices, I can still compare the Dollar Tree to other places. Because if it was going to be 50% raise, $1.50, I knew that I wasn't going to be coming here because I could get it at Walmart or any basically it being like that was making the Dollar Tree just become another dollar store. That's all it was, just another dollar store. Because there wasn't nothing specific about it. and everything being $1.50, but it's not true. She was wrong. I don't know where she got her information from. Yeah, that's right, Jade. She was wrong. And we are now heading to the house. And our telephone's ringing. Isn't that fun?
Call ended.
Okay, the call ended. So we're waiting for traffic to go. Sometimes when the traffic's like this, I just go up the other direction and turn around in the bank parking lot. But it looks like I might be able to get out here. Pretty cool. This car here is gone. I'll be good. Okay, Jade, we're heading to the house. One thing I need to stop off and get is that Walgreens up here. They've got a sale on some items that I use, but I'm going to be going back out again Wednesday because that's when I have my dental appointment. And I know I'll be doing some shopping then, unless I'm not feeling like it. I'm not sure exactly what they're going to do. I know they're going to x-ray, and they might make a mold of my teeth. I don't know if they're going to try to clean them or not. I'm kind of scared if they try to clean them because I've got so many of them that are just really loose, like on the verge of coming out. Anytime I eat anything, I have to be very careful how I bite into it and pull on it and chew. And I'm afraid if they start scratching and scraping and poking and prodding in there on them loose ones, they're going to cause them to pop out. And the thing is, if they don't cause them to pop out, when they clean them, they might loosen them up to the point where when I try to eat something, I bite into it and it breaks off. Of course, they're dentists. They know what they're doing, I hope. I've never been to this dentist before. He's supposed to be pretty good. So I'll know more about that Wednesday. But anyway, we got our mileage. And we got our blocks. We got our city blocks and our mileage on our trip. And now I can go home and compare that. And I will also compare prices online whenever I shop. If it's still cheaper in the Dollar Tree and I'm going to get 5 or more items, I'll go to the Dollar Tree. But for one item, if it's still cheaper, I'm not going to just make a special trip to the Dollar Tree for one item. I will go ahead and get, a bunch, if I've got a bunch of stuff, because sometimes I get a lot of stuff in there. But a lot of the stuff that they're charging $1.25, I know for a fact is cheaper other places. Like their Michelina dinners and their Smart Ones dinners that they charge $1.25 in there for now. You can get them at the grocery store for 99 cents or $1. And I know that for a fact. You might even be able to get them at the Dollar General for less than $1.25. But I'm glad that I found out it wasn't $1.50, because that was really upset me. That made me mad when my friend told me $1.50. I'm like, that's crazy. So my day is complete now. I did my running around. I'm ready to go home, get things organized, get stuff ready. I got my mail taken care of, and we are heading to the house, Jadernade. That's our nickname, Jadernade. Well, this was a good trip with y'all. Had fun taking you along with me. And I don't know if you got to see a lot more sights of the city of Dexter. It's pretty much the same route that I took you down before. And we are home now. So I will say toodaloo. And we'll catch you on the next trip. Bye for this one.